Good afternoon, everyone. From the Central Illinois Weather Network, I'm Larry Eastep. We do have tornado warnings right now for the Montgomery and Birmingham Alabama areas, and even over into Atlanta. You may be seeing some tornadic storms in your area during the next couple of hours. Let's go to the radars here in Storm Lab and Pathcast and see if we can't put a little bit of sense into all this, as the radar is full of a mess of thunderstorms this afternoon. This is the Birmingham, Alabama radar at the moment. We're looking at a tornadic thunderstorm just to the southwest of Montgomery, Alabama. This storm, according to Pathcast here, would be in the Montgomery area by 4:46 p.m. We've got a number of storms here firing up. I switched over to the Maxwell Air Force Base out of Dothan, Alabama, to try to get a little bit of the ground clutter out of the way that might be occurring, since we're getting kind of close to Montgomery here with the radar, and also to Birmingham. So let's take a look at this here. We've got tornado warnings to the north of Montgomery, south of Birmingham, and also to the southwest of Montgomery. And look at all these severe thunderstorm warnings. Look at all these individual cells that have popped up ahead of this long line of storms back around Birmingham. But all the way over into Atlanta, Georgia right now, we've got severe thunderstorm warnings, and every one of those cells that you see out there is capable of producing up to softball-sized hail at times. We've been getting a lot of reports of quarter-sized hail, but these storms started out last night over in Little Rock, Arkansas, and created major damage in the north side of Little Rock. Actually went over the National Weather Service office there and flipped several dozen planes at the airport. Those storms last night had softball-sized hail. It's the first time I've seen a warning this year, or a watch rather, come out from the Storm Prediction Center that said 4-inch hail. So that's some pretty massive stuff. You usually don't see that in Arkansas, or much less Alabama. That's stuff you're talking about in Kansas and Nebraska, out in the plain states. Let's look at this Pathcast for this other cell. Look at that. Wow, we've got some massive rotation there. We're looking at radial velocity on this just above ground level. The wind's going away from the radar and towards the radar beam. And this storm here, you've got some very bright red and even some yellow there. Just to the south of that, you've got this green wrapped with red, a real narrow band of red. That tells me there's some very serious rotation there. Alexander City by 4:13, about 15 minutes from right now. Jackson Gap 4:22. You've got a tornado probably on the ground there. I would not be surprised at all. Let's look at these particular warnings here. I'm going to refresh a couple things on my screen so I can give you the latest on the counties involved. And we've got a tornado warning issued for southeastern Dallas and west central Lowndes County, I believe it is, until 4:15. This tornado is located near Minter right at the moment, or about 18 miles south of Selmont, West Selmont, moving northeast at 30. Also a tornado warning in effect for Coosa County in east central Alabama, and this includes the city of Alexander City. This particular storm we've been showing you here on Storm Lab with Pathcast is now a tornado warning in effect for it. Again, let's show you those times on that particular storm. Not that one, the other one. Let's show that one. 4:13, Alexander City. You are under a tornado warning right at the moment. And again, this tornado is being reported, a funnel cloud being reported by train weather spotters 7 miles west of Rockford about 15 minutes ago, moving northeast at 40. So this storm, that's what they're saying as well, around Goodwater by 4:15, Hackneyville by 4:25, damaging hail also reported with this storm. Trained weather spotters also reporting a funnel cloud with a storm near Mitchell Dam, or about 7 miles east of Clanton, and that is moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. So a number of tornado warnings now with this particular line of storms, and it is probably just going to continue to get worse as the afternoon goes on for folks to the northeast of the current lines of storms on into portions of western and central Georgia. So don't take your guard down at all if you don't have severe weather occurring where you're at and you live anywhere east or northeast of the Montgomery and Birmingham, Alabama areas, because you are likely to see tornadic storms as well. And right now in the Memphis, Tennessee area, they have flash flooding, some rescues going on there. Flash flood warnings, you can see that up in the corner of your screen, those green boxes. Flash flood warnings in that entire area right now of western Tennessee. But again, we see this really defined line just coming through Birmingham, just to the east of Tuscaloosa. And actually, this goes further off the radar range. I think I can show you there on the Maxwell Air Force Base image, if we can bring that back up. That would show us a little bit clearer. Again, this line of storms, well, it's kind of off the radar range here, but that particular line of storms curves all the way back into southern Mississippi, and that has been causing a number of warnings out in that area as well. As you can see, severe thunderstorm warnings, yes, you can see those there. Don't really have them on the radar image, but you can see the warnings boxed out there, those yellow counties right on the Alabama-Mississippi line, also under tornado or severe thunderstorm warnings at this time. So again, just to kind of sort out this mess, information coming in here just as quick as we can receive it and plot it on the map. But a tornado warning in effect from the National Weather Service in Birmingham, and then in effect until 4:30 for Coosa County in east central Alabama. This includes the towns of Rockford and Goodwater and northwestern Tallapoosa County in east central Alabama. This includes Alexander City until 4:30. Look one more time that particular cell, and you see the radar plotting that in Alexander City by 4:13 this afternoon. So definitely not anything to take lightly by any means, and I would be taking cover if I was anywhere near those storms right now, because we have had a history of damage reports with those. And again, Atlanta, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. You're getting some large hail and some strong winds. The worst is yet to come, unfortunately. I hate to say that on a Friday evening, but it is going to be an active one for sure. Good news is maybe a little bit better weather coming in for the rest of the weekend. Stay safe out there, and please remember to take shelter if warnings are in effect for your area. I'm Larry Estep with the Central Illinois Weather Network. Stay tuned for the latest weather information.